everyone, I'm Hannah Elsa Abraham, an audiologist and the speech language pathologist. I welcome you all back to my channel, The Happy SLP. June is globally celebrated as Dysphagia Awareness Month. As dysphagia is known as swallowing difficulties, it is always necessary to know the normal swallowing mechanism. So, if any of you have missed my previous video on swallowing mechanism and phases of swallowing, I would recommend you to watch that first and then the present video. The link is shared in the description. Today, we will see what is dysphagia, what causes dysphagia, the common signs and symptoms, and the major complications. So stay tuned. Before moving on to the topic, let me remind you all, if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and tap on the bell icon to continue to receive notification when the upcoming videos are out. Let us see what is dysphagia. People with dysphagia will have trouble while swallowing and they may also experience pain while swallowing. The pain while swallowing is known as odynophagia, and it is not necessary that all people with dysphagia would have pain while swallowing. Swallowing disorders are mostly seen in adults than in children. There are three general types of dysphagia. First, oral dysphagia. The problem is in the mouth, sometimes caused by tongue weakness after a stroke, difficulty chewing food, or problems transporting food from the mouth. Second, pharyngeal dysphagia. The problem is in the throat. Issues within the throat are often caused by a neurological problem that affects a nerve such as Parkinson's disease, stroke, or ALS. Third one, esophageal dysphagia. The problem is in the esophagus. This is actually because of a blockage or irritation. Often, a surgical procedure is required. Now, let us see some of the major causes of dysphagia. First one, neurological causes. We know that the nervous system is made up of the brain, nerves, and the spinal cord. Damage to the nervous system can affect the nerves that are responsible for swallowing. This can lead to dysphagia. For example, stroke, neurological conditions like Parkinson's disease, dementia, multiple sclerosis, brain tumors, or myasthenia gravis. Second one, congenital and developmental condition. The term congenital refers to something you're born with. Developmental conditions affect the way we develop. The conditions like cerebral palsy, cleft lip and palate will make it hard for children to suck and swallow normally like others. Third one is obstruction. Conditions that obstruct the throat or a narrowing of the esophagus can make swallowing difficult again. For example, mouth cancer or throat cancer such as laryngeal cancer or esophageal cancer, once these cancers are treated, the obstruction may no longer be an issue. Fourth one, gastroesophageal reflux disease, where the stomach acid can cause scar tissue to develop, narrowing the esophagus. Fifth one, infections such as tuberculosis, which can lead to inflammation of the esophagus. Sixth one, muscular conditions. Any conditions that affects the muscles that help the food to be pushed down the esophagus and into the stomach can cause dysphagia, although such conditions are very rare. Seventh one, another common cause is age. As we get older, the muscles used for swallowing can become weaker. This may explain why dysphagia is comparatively common in elderly people. Treatment is out there to assist people with age-related dysphagia. Eighth one, breathing difficulties. This can sometimes affect our ability to swallow. Ninth one, dysphagia can also sometimes develop as a complication of head or neck surgery. Let's move on to the symptoms of dysphagia. Choking when eating, coughing or gagging when swallowing, drooling, food or stomach acid backing up into the throat, recurrent heartburn, hoarseness of the voice, sensation of food getting stuck in the throat or chest or behind the breastbone, unexplained weight loss, bringing food back up, difficulty controlling food in the mouth, difficulty starting the swallowing process, recurrent pneumonia, inability to control saliva in the mouth, and patients may feel like the food has got stuck. These are the common signs and symptoms. Now let us see what are the complications of dysphagia. Dysphagia can be quite serious. It can lead to pneumonia and upper respiratory infections, malnutrition, weight loss, and dehydration. And in some dangerous situations, if no one is giving a proper treatment, even death can also occur. Now, after hearing all of this, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have a swallowing problem, or if I do have, from where to get help? Under normal circumstances, people rarely choke during a meal. Occasionally, food will get stuck within the esophagus for a couple of seconds, but will pass spontaneously or are often washed down easily with liquids. But if you're facing the symptoms mentioned early quite often, then it's a high time that you make a consultation with an ENT doctor and a speech language pathologist. You may also be referred to a neurologist if a stroke or other neurologic disorder is the cause of the swallowing problem. So I hope now you know the basics of dysphagia, and I'll be back again next week to tell you all more about the diagnosis and the management of dysphagia. Before I end, let me just remind you all again, please do subscribe to my channel and also share among your friends whom you think this would help. You can always contact me, the Happy SLP, either via comments or through my social media accounts, WhatsApp, Facebook or Instagram, regarding your concerns and queries regarding speech, language, hearing and swallowing issues. All the links are given below in the description and I would try my best to help you. So until we meet again another video, stay happy and stay safe. Much love. Hannah, the Happy SLP.